Hi friends, Ryan Crane, Director of Philanthropy here.
And Nicholas Amundson, one of the technical directors.
And welcome to this time's segment of Because of You. We want to make sure that we are communicating with you and letting you know that your dollars that you've already donated are hard at work. And today we're talking to Nicholas about how that winds up being on stage. Nicholas, you want to tell us a little bit about what donors' dollars go to as far as the cost of a show and whatnot?
Oh, for sure. So we have different sets of budgets for just one particular show at a time. The budget I work on is for scenic, so it's paint, that's all the crafting material, brushes, anything that I specifically need for the show to make it happen. Lumber, fabrics, all those fun things that layer a set and make it finished.
And what would you say is the average cost of a show, rough numbers?
For scenic elements, for a big musical, it could range from $3,000 to $5,000. It just depends on the complexity of the show and the show needs, because every show has different needs. But for the general production itself, after guest designers or directors and stage management, royalties and costumes, the number ends up getting quite high. What did you say that you thought it was?
Yeah, we had crunched some preliminary numbers. $20,000
Probably, yeah, about. Mm-hmm.
is the cost of the average show. But the dollars are just part of the story, and the part of the story that we're grateful to you for, generous donors. But also, the other part of the story is volunteers, and how the volunteers really are the stars of a lot of the shows. Mm-hmm. Talk a little bit about how many volunteer hours were needed for Guys and Dolls, for example.
Yes. At the moment, most of the volunteers for Guys and Dolls have been painters, which has been really great because there's been a lot of paint in this show. This is a very heavy painted show. And the build-wise, me and the summer intern staff I had, which was a paid staff, of about 4 of us total, built it all in about 2 weeks. But the painters themselves, those volunteer hours, they range from 1 o'clock to 4 o'clock, Monday through Friday for the past 3 weeks. And that team of about 4 to 5 people have painted almost everything in the show. Base coats, the textures, things like that. I, as the scenic painter, kind of only touch maybe a little bit of the paint because I let the volunteers be the artists as much as I humanly can and then help guide them. So all of the painting is normally always done by the volunteers, and so it can, for one person working those many hours in 1 week, it can add up. So there's quite a bit of hours for just the volunteers.
Yeah, dozens of hours per show is what I'm hearing. Dozens of hours per show from volunteers putting everything together. So thank you, Nicholas, for being part of this segment of Because of You, where we thank donors for the gifts that they've already given and make sure that they feel some love and appreciation from the Playhouse team. Thank you again, and we'll see the donors next time.